Imagine a computer that not only understands your needs, but adapts to them. When you have questions about your past files, like the companies you funded, you can ask it. It knows it all, and it can give you suggestions for funding in the future based on that history. And as you grow and add more files, you can just give it to the computer and it will understand them and adapt to them. This is what we're going to talk about today. I'm Jordan Hansen, and this is Beyond Banks by Cobalt Intelligence. I have an extensive background in software and data automation, and I truly believe that AI and automation can revolutionize your business. OpenAI is a tech company that has been focused on creating innovative AI tools since 2015. I remember being aware of them as something cool, but it didn't really ever affect my life. In fact, I remember them making a bot for a video game, and that's kind of the extent of what I thought they could do. But the bot won in the video game, so it was really impressive. I remember it being very notable. Now on November 30th, 2022, almost exactly a year ago, they released something called ChatGPT. Now this has affected almost every single company in the tech industry. So what is ChatGPT? In a nutshell, you can ask it questions and it'll give you answers. Like Google, right? No, it understands context. It doesn't care about typos. No more scrolling and finding irrelevant information. It can generate an image that you want in seconds, or it can analyze a spreadsheet for you. I did this in a video. You can find it right here for more information. It was a spreadsheet full of bank transactions, thousands of records. I gave it to the AI. I told it to look for any funding sources from other funders that I should worry about. I told it to look for any debt that I should be worried about, and it gave me feedback. It was amazing. In seconds. ChatGPT is changing the way work is done. There is both a free version and a paid version. And if you're not finding a reason to use the paid version, you are making a mistake. If you're not paying for your employees to use the paid version, you are making a mistake. Last week on Monday, November 6th, OpenAI had their dev day. They released many amazing features, but the one I want to focus on today is the ability to create your own GPT. This video will make it easy for you to customize your GPT. Whether you're tech savvy or new to AI, no jargon, just clear and easy instructions, a step-by-step tutorial. And also, we will show you how we created this Alternative Funding Expert GPT that can be a powerhouse for alternative funders. We'll show you how it can streamline your process and enhance decision making. We'll show you how it can help your process and improve how you make decisions. We aim to transform how alternative funders interact with data. In order to create your own GPT, you need to sign up for the paid version. It's only $20 a month and well worth it. And then in this section, you have to choose your plan and select the ChatGPT Plus, the plan that suits your needs. Right now, it's pretty much just Plus and not Plus. Enter your payment information to set up the subscription, and then once you've confirmed it and registered, you should be able to get in there and create your own GPT. GPTs are a new way for people to customize their own GPT. It can be used at work or at home, and then the customized GPT can be shared with others, just like we're sharing our GPT with you. Now I'm gonna share my screen and do a walkthrough of me building this GPT. Our goal is to create our GPT who understands everything about MCAs. We want them to understand the alternative finance industry and especially be familiar with the files that we've already created in the history. Now here you can see a spreadsheet. The idea is this represents a bunch of transactions that I've had in the past. Now I had ChatGPT generate this. You'll notice that because some of the names of the businesses, they kind of repeat a little bit. Like we have global enterprises here, global enterprises here. And we have the names, sometimes the applicant names don't match the SOS agent name. And then I had the result here is funded and paid, fraud, we had some defaulted ones. And I know some of these factor rates are kind of ridiculous. And these I don't think always match. You can clearly see, like for example, this person borrowed 13,000 and paid back 51,000 with a factor rate of 1.5. And anyway, you can see these numbers are somewhat fictional, but the idea is the same. And so I generated this file because this is a file we're gonna give to the GPT to be able to show it what we want to do. So this GPT is gonna be ideal for alternative funders, underwriters, ISOs, finance professionals looking for specialized information in the MCA sector. Now, individuals or businesses exploring the possibility of using MCAs and are looking for a better understanding of what they entail. So let's create one. We're here. We're gonna go over here to GPT. I'm gonna open up this sidebar. I'm gonna hit explore. Now we can create our own GPT right here. Now the cool thing is you can get granular with it and you can hit the configure button. In fact, I'm gonna zoom in here so it's a little more visible. You can hit the configure button if you want to do the nitty-gritty details, or you can have the GPT create an update itself. So I'm going to tell it this part. This is something I had pre-written, but please create a GPT that can be tailored with specific legal databases and regulatory updates to provide real-time, accurate insights into evolving landscapes, especially in complex areas like crypto and finance, with a focus only on alternative funders doing merchant cash advance. Please reference the knowledge base provided for history on past files, so that this GPT can provide advice on what flags we should look for when funding a deal. Now it's going to go through and do the update itself. And this is the kind of the cool part. It'll go through and it'll just update this all by itself. And what it's doing is it's actually doing all the configuration itself. Now again, if you want to get in there and get more granular and kind of open the hood, essentially pop the hood and get in there and check it out, you certainly can. No, I think I would like it's asking me what I want to name it. The name to be Alternative Funder Expert. Funding. I'm gonna go all funding. Funding Expert. Now the cool thing about this is I don't have them here, but we could upload this with specific legal databases. Like I see something where you upload regulatory laws for California, New York, and you put those in there so that you can query it and it can automatically reference those files and then kind of give you some feedback based on them. And the cool thing is it's even generating a profile picture. Now how many times you've created a new tool, you have that empty profile picture forever. This thing will take care of that immediately. It just goes ahead and takes advantage and creates that picture. Oh, that looks pretty sweet. Good job. Good job, GPT. I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna come over here. I've uploaded a ton of files and it's never had a problem before. Just to be sure, we're gonna save this and we'll make it public. Oh, I don't have a name yet? I like it. I had to tell it I like it. Hey, I like that picture. Oh, it's asking, can you tell me more about the specific device advice? Let's see. I wanted to be able to help when making funding decisions based on history included in your knowledge base. I also plan to upload regulatory documents such as laws in specific states. I wanted to be able to reference these. I wanted to be able to reference these and error saving my draft. Okay, hold on, we'll keep going. I also plan to upload regulatory documents such as laws in specific states. I want to be able to reference these and help me navigate these laws. It should emphasize that this is not professional, legal, or financial advice. We don't want it to actually think legal or financial advice, but just an assistant, like that. We'll go ahead and keep building this GPT. And the idea here, right, is that it's going to be able to get those documents as well. I think that'll be really powerful. But again, it's important to know that this is something we're planning on sharing with everyone. So it should emphasize that this is not legal, professional, legal, or financial advice, but just an assistant. I would prefer a more formal language. See, it's going through and handling all this for us. It's pretty nice. It has sample questions for us. Now, we have this here so we can fund deals, but we're going to get to that in a second. Right now, we should ask it something like, let's say you yourself, you the funder, you're looking for funding operations for your expansion. Let's try that. Can you help us understand funding options for alternative finance companies like myself? Venture capital, yep, there we go. Angel investors. Cool. So you can check all this out. There's all these different options as suggested. Now let's ask it about a file, business we're looking to possibly underwrite. I have a file, so we could upload in fact, I have some sample files. Let's look at those. Hold on, they look like this. I'll just kind of give you an example here. Okay, so I have some sample files for approval here. I want to provide this to the GPT and have it give me feedback of maybe what the factor rate should be on these, whether we should or should not fund them. Let's kind of see what it says. Here are 3 businesses that I'm looking to fund. Can you provide me with your analysis and a potential of whether we should or shouldn't fund these? Or what the factor rate should be? I'm gonna say the rates. Again, these rates might be off a little bit because we had that sample data with those factor rates that were off somewhat, but the idea is the same here. With this, just drop it here, upload. Okay, this is the cool part. If you look what it's doing, it's actually using code here, and it shows you the code it's using. So it brings in the data, and it's gonna probably format it the way it likes, because I don't think it likes the way I have it formatted. Perfect. Okay, now check this out. So I provided that spreadsheet, right? We had these 3 different businesses, and you can kind of check it out here. I had cash flow, deposits, and withdrawals, so it kind of shows cash flow. Now they're saying Frank Sanchez, for example, SOH active, which is positive sign, December 2015, indicating it's established business. It had been in the business for a while. It has significant deposits and it's positive cash flow. And does all this analysis. Then it goes through and gives you its feedback. It says, it appears it's a strong candidate due to its active status, that the rate should be competitive, but consider the business's capacity to manage debt. Pizza Inc. Negative cash flow is a concern. If you consider it should be at a higher rate to account for the increased risk. This is perfect. Additional analysis of the business model, reason for the negative cash flow is recommended. And this one says, hey, difficult to make it because there's no basic information. This one, we couldn't find it registered with the Secretary of State. But the other aspects of the business are strong. Funding could be considered, but again, maybe a higher rate due to the risk of increased risk from the lack of transparency. So this is kind of the power you could do it. Now imagine you provided it with a file of your own. This is what ChatGPT can really do for you. Provide it with a file of your own. Customize this GPT. We'll share this link of ours in here. But you could customize a GPT like this, and then you could have it have its own files. This is something that could be extremely helpful. Now remember, this is a tool for informational purposes only, and is not a replacement for professional legal or financial advice, but we wanted to offer this little benefit. As a result, for any alternative funders, feel free to use this PDF that we've generated. It has 100 sample questions that you can use just to try it out, to see what kind of things you can do and how you can use this. I'm Jordan Hansen with Beyond Banks. If this has been helpful at all, hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope to be working with you in the future. Thanks.